10 things the Romans brought to Britain. 1. Hair removal. Romans were obsessed with hair removal. Both women and men removed their body hair. Romans made various types of tweezers. Specially trained slaves did the plucking. Dozens of Roman tweezers have been found in England. 2. Marketing and advertising. The Romans brought trademarks to Britain. Roman potters left their names on their vessels. The traders advertised their wares with signs. Romans left important messages on the city walls. Billboard advertising was also popular. They informed the people about elections and games. There were also signs like for rent. Roman emperors used brands to promote themselves. They stamped their military victories on coins. 3. Animals and plants. The Romans introduced many species to Britain. They taught the locals to grow vegetables. These included onions, cabbage, and leeks. The Romans also brought cherries, plums, and figs. They bred new animals and birds. They introduced the Britons to pigeons and rabbits. Domestic cats were also a Roman import. 4. Language and writing. Before the Romans, Britain had no written language. The Romans brought Latin as the official language. Many English words still have Latin origins. Even the word Britain comes from the Romans. The Romans liked writing things down. Sometimes they even triplicated the written info. Thus, they also brought bureaucracy. 5. Sanitation. The Romans gave Britons clean water and sanitation. They built water fountains. Roman aqueducts brought fresh water to towns. The Romans introduced innovative bath complexes. In Roman Britain, thermal spas became popular. The invaders also brought public multi-seat toilets. Rainwater channels were dug to flush them. 6. Laws and government. The Romans imported their legal system. It was the first codified law in Britain. Latin legal terminology is still used today. The Romans also introduced their forms of government. They divided Britain into provinces. 7. Wearable technology. The Romans introduced innovative soldiers' uniforms. They designed a segmented armor. In 1964, such suits were found in Corbridge, UK. Their segmented structure allowed soldiers to flex. The uniform could be stored very compactly. 8. Buildings. The first buildings in Britain were made of timber. They were also round in shape. The Romans introduced stone buildings. They were also the first to use concrete. They built straight buildings that were much larger. Some British cities, such as London, still have those. 9. Currency. The Romans brought their coins to Britain. They introduced coinage of 3 main classes. Coins minted in Rome were the first global currency. The Britons could use Roman currency in many countries. 10. Road system. Britain never had a road network until the Romans arrived. They built the first roads in Britain. The Romans needed solid, wide roads to transport goods. They used stones and lava blocks to build the roads. The Romans measured distances to chart roads. They marked distances with forts or milestones. Roman roads are still part of the British system today.